So a new video is now making the rounds where a delivery driver allegedly saves a dog from an impending storm. But if you look a little closer and use some critical thinking, some things don't seem to look quite right. When the video first begins, you can see someone run up to the door, and that seems pretty normal. Delivery driver is just kind of dropping off some packages. But in the audio, you can hear him say, "Come here," and he starts looking to his right. Well, what is he looking at? He backs off the porch, starts looking towards the door now, and he has his hands open as if he's about to, capture something about to run into his arms or something. But he's looking towards the door this time, and then slightly off-centered from the door to the door's right a little bit. But where does the dog appear? From the right. Something is not right. This is obviously an AI-generated video. And in the audio, you can hear him saying, "I got you," but he's holding the dog like a football in a very strange manner and continues to hold the dog that way as he runs off. And it looks like he's about to run out of frame, but then he stops and turns around, looks at the camera, says, "Hold on inside." Hold on inside. What? None of it makes any sense. Who you're talking to, what is going on, why are you holding the dog that way? Not only that, listen to this. Really? Dogs are not going to bark like that while you're holding them. This makes no sense. That the audio of the bark obviously is not coming from the perspective of the dog. It's just some filler background that doesn't make much sense in this context. And surely even storm chasers could see the storm in the background and also identify anomalies that don't really make much sense there by just looking at that. And there are a few things on the porch to look at as well. Look at that bench. It's kind of blocking the walkway. Who has a bench right in front of their door? That doesn't make any sense. Now the Ring camera itself is positioned over this doormat here, so it kind of looks like it's the door, like the Ring, maybe the Ring camera is on the door, but why would the walkway not be? Why is it off-center like that? It just seems very, very strange here. Now, another odd thing is the package delivery itself. At the beginning of the clip, as he's running up to the door, there really doesn't seem to be anything in his right hand, though it's kind of hard to tell. But then, as he gets closer, it becomes obvious that there actually is a package in his hand and in his right hand, and there's a package in the left hand. And as he gets closer, it becomes clear that he has two boxes, although the one on his left hand is not too clear what the heck that was. It looked like a box at first, then it kind of morphed into like a brown wad of something. And as he begins to drop the package off at the door, if you look carefully, you can see that his hand actually disappears. I'm just going to scroll through slightly so you can see it. And right there, or shall I say the package disappears. You can see the hand, but there's no package. Just very strange. But as it continues, he drops off the packages in some kind of weird way, which is odd. If you look at this, at first it seems like he was dropping them off, and one becomes like a piece of paper. So the box that was originally in his right hand becomes a light piece of paper that just kind of flies off there. Like, what was that about? Very strange. Now, the two obvious ones, though, even if you didn't see all those details, is on the top left. You have an odd timestamp up there. Timestamps don't do that. And what are those weird Cyrillic letters there? Pretty strange. And the biggest of them all is this little guy right there. That is the Sora logo. If you're not familiar with AI-generated content, Sora was made by OpenAI, and it is one of the most popular video creation applications out there today. OpenAI has now released Sora 2, which has even more convincing visuals than before. And I must remind you, this is only the beginning. If you see that logo, it's AI generated. However, still be skeptical, be careful, because there are many other AI generation tools out there, and many of them are just as good as Sora. So, also, the watermark for Sora can be removed either through AI tools or other processes such as identifying that actual layer and cutting it out of the video. So If you see that, it is likely fake. Wait a minute, right? You're probably wondering, why did I say likely? Well, this is the problem, and I foresee this happening. What's going to happen is that we're going to have real footage of real things happening, but through massive disinformation campaigns and the want of the breakdown of reality, so we stay at odds with each other, and so that we continue to not know what reality is, folks are going to start putting the Sora logo on stuff that's real. And the people that have been accused of it can just take a step back and say, hey, that wasn't me. That was AI generated. Watch, it's going to happen. And in fact, many of these players, they're going to do this themselves. There will be advocates and followers of these people who do that, but you're also going to have efforts to conscientiously put these Sora logos on real videos and try to spread them virally so that they can take a step back and say, see, that wasn't me, that was Sora. We're going to have to bring in video experts who will be able to say whether that was Sora or not. That is the reality of where we're headed now. All that to say, guys, be safe, be careful, be critical, think deeply. It's not about being super smart. Some of us let that ego get in the way. Well, I'm smart. I can identify this. When you start doing that and not being humble, you are likely going to be the first one fooled. So make sure we're taking our time, trying to see exactly what is real out there, vet our sources, ask what is the purpose of this, who did this, how long has this been up on the internet, and the year is important as well. Remember, if you see a video posted on YouTube that was in 2007, you likely don't have to worry about that, right? But if something ever since 2023 and above, you better be hyper skeptical now of anything that is being propagated now on YouTube and elsewhere. All right, all right. Stay skeptical. I'll see you next time.